All right, I think I have it set up properly. Hi guys, welcome, welcome. I have today something very special. Bukhari food. Yum, Bukhari. Bukhari with chicken on coal, and I gave Salah my leg.
Foreshadowing the beater's leg, are we?
And he gave me some meat. I just took a bit because I don't want a lot anyway. We have some potato broth, soup, greens, some lemon. They give you onion, but maybe I'll try eating some onion with it. I've never tried it. We have some mabouch type of sauce. Just gonna pour that over the rice. And some fresh, delicious bread. Okay. And, of course, some yogurts, which I'll put here, I guess. All we have left to do is say Bismillah and dig in. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna put some of the broth. Has beans in it as well. Beauty bite. I haven't had Bukhari in a while. For those of you who are unaware, Bukhari is basically, well, it's anything but basic. So Bukhari is a style of rice, Middle Eastern style. It's very popular here, Saudi Arabia, around the Middle East, but it's originating, from what I understand, it's Afghani. There's gonna be a ton of rice left over. Like, they fill this to the brim.
Probably the reason you order from the to begin with.
And you'll never guess how much this meal, both meals, Salah got lamb, with delivery, everything, 5 kg, so 20 bucks. If you come to Kuwait, because some people think Kuwait is expensive, eat at local food chains, and it's much better. And the food is so fresh. It's got julienne carrots, raisins. They use dry lemon. Before coming here, I didn't even know dry lemon was a thing to use in cooking. It's like little round black lemons. All 7 spice, cumin, tons of spices. Barbecue chicken on coal is like the best. So yeah, there's like, I think there's like 2 sides to Kuwait. Like, just like a lot of, like, same thing with Dubai. There's a very newer, extreme wealth, upscale, fancy areas, luxury areas, okay? And they have that here too. If you just go to like the luxury section of the avenues or areas like that. How can I forget? You need more.
She reminds me more and more of Amberlynn. She's adopting that sriracha as a personality trait.
But then there's another side where it's more traditional, old school, more multicultural areas, and it's typically nestled among these other areas. You know, you have the old souk, old markets, Middle Eastern style, traditional areas. It's nestled among these areas that you find these little gem restaurants that serve food like this. Ate all my veggies. Places like this are very popular. I drink a lot of sweet drinks, or I'm trying not to now, but I have, obviously. But there's nothing in the world that beats water. Cold, ice cold, delicious water. There's a restaurant here called Al Shamam. It's a restaurant chain, local. They make Iranian food, kebab, stuff like that. And they serve bread like this. And when you walk in the restaurant, they have a man whose job is just to constantly be making fresh bread. So they have this huge oven, wood oven, old style oven. I don't know if it's wood, but maybe clay, I don't know. It's one of those old style ovens. And they're just constantly making fresh bread, because when you eat at that restaurant, they give you a whole basket of it per table. We did do a video eating there. I'll try to link it here so you guys can see the deliciousness and what kind of restaurant. I would say one thing that's different about dining out here is the gender separation. So like, Some restaurants are for males only, unless it's a family restaurant, they call it. In which case, if you're with a woman or family, they have partitions or little rooms for families. It's really cool. You might think, oh my god, I wouldn't want to be hidden away. But then, like, when you go to a restaurant, like I do this at least, I look for like the most private table.
I can understand that. It must be impossible for her to go anywhere without people gawking.
To be away from people, you know? So I love it. But to each their own, you know? Not everyone is the same. Imagine we were all the same. Just think about that. What a boring world.
Gaul, all you do is sit in your cell eating absurd amounts of rice, day after day. Don't come here talking about a boring world.
No thanks. That's why God created us all different. Like, think about it. None of us have the same DNA. Unless you're a twin. But none. You're literally unique in how you're made up. I know that might make you laugh and think, oh my god, what a cheesy, corny comment. But like, it fascinates me when you really think of it. And I have a lot of these existential moments. I'm done. Look at the leftover rice. One more bite. Because it's too good. Look at that. That will serve another meal. Or two. This bread, I can't finish it either. It's like the size of a tire. You think you've seen complimentary bread. This is complimentary bread. Carb-loaded meal makes you sleepy. But like, don't athletes carb load before they do marathons and things?
Because they need to burn quick energy. You don't need to carb load to sit on a chair all day.
Probably because they don't have a lot of body fat to use as energy sources. Interesting thing, the human body. That was a delicious meal. I haven't had this in a while, and this used to be my favorite. We used to get it all the time. I can't make rice like this. I've tried. I can make decent rice, but it never tastes like authentic Middle Eastern style rice. It just tastes like you know, normal rice. So it's because there's so many spices and things that go into it. And anyways guys, thanks for watching again. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.